Hi everyone. I hope you're doing really great in your life. I hope everything which is happening with you, you are reacting to it in the best possible manner. And you are really trying to be the highest version of yourself. Well, I will start the tarot card reading for you for the month of July 2023. I will start with Aries zodiac sign, and Aries, your first card is Eight of Pentacles. Well, this card indicates that this month, in the July month, you will be very busy in your work. I mean, you will be working a lot and you'll be working really hard for whatever you want to achieve in your life. You have certain dreams, Your dreams will be in focus this month. Your highest achievement, your highest desire, dreams, which you always wanted to do. You have found the way how to do it and you're really working hard on it. Even you are very detail oriented this month of whatever you're trying to create. It can be a creative project, it can be a business project, it can be maybe education or something, some job or any job wherever you're working. You will be very, very focused this month. Maybe you wanted something and it was not given to you immediately. So you realize that whenever you are not getting what you want, the best thing to do is just keep your nose down and get back to work. I mean, keep on working more and more, develop yourself a little bit more and, continuously add to your skills and capabilities. So this month you will be very busy, very focused. You will make some master plan for the future and you will have some dreams and you will work on it very silently without making noise, which is kind of developing your inner strength. And you have become kind of resilient now. Otherwise, this month there's a chance that you might get some fame. Something will come to you suddenly, some sudden fame will come to you. But, fame is very fleeting. Fame can be something which looks very glamorous from the outside. But once you enter into that world, you realize that it is just an illusion. Maybe this is not what the soul needs. Because the soul never asks for fame. The soul is asking to find out the deeper meaning of life. The soul is asking for peace and happiness. And maybe this month you will realize that. You will realize that I need to stop trying to become someone else to become famous. You will want to connect deep within yourself with your own identity. You will be kind of frustrated with your fake image which you have created. Because you will feel that I have done everything to impress others. What about myself? What about loving myself? What about doing the things I like? You will question these things this month, my dear Aries. And it's a very good question which I think everybody should ask. If you have created a fake image of yourself, you will get frustrated with it. And I will advise you this month, try to take rest because you will be working very hard. Take care of your health, your mental peace, and connect deeply with yourself. This is for the best for you. The next card is the Hermit card, and this card indicates that this month, as I was talking about, you will go deep within yourself and you will think a lot about your life in general. And you might, there's some vibration, some energy regarding your friend circle and your network circle. So, as in, you will rethink about your network circle, about your friends. Like, let's say you observed some shady behavior from your friends recently, in the recent past. Maybe some of them betrayed you or they were not honest with you. So you will kind of rethink about them. Like, are they worth keeping? Should I talk to them or should I just delete them from our life? You might even think that even if I have these friends, should I give so much time to them? I mean, you will think of keeping a time limit. Like, let's say I will talk for 5 minutes over the phone only and that's it. I will not talk more than that. I will focus on what is important to me. Because, time flies away when you are just casually talking over the phone or you're just meeting and sitting somewhere and chatting with someone. So much time flies away that you realize that you have not done the things which are really important, the tough things, because human brain is designed that way, that human brain normally doesn't like doing hard work. We postpone the hard, tough tasks. But the people who go against their mind, their brain, and do the tough work, they become successful in life, in their careers. And that is what you will be thinking about, which is a very good thought. You will get a lot of wisdom this month, and I hope this month goes good for you. Moving on to the next sign, we have Taurus. Taurus, your first card is Page of Pentacles. It's Earth sign, your card, and you are kind of in the apprentice mode, as in you're really working, understanding everything in your workplace. Maybe you joined a new job or something, and you're trying to understand how the departments work, how the systems work, what are the equipments in that office. Or maybe you're doing a crash course this month. You're studying, or maybe you're doing a diploma course or a crash course or skill-based course. So you're developing particular skills, which is a very good thing, in today's fast-paced life, and the technology is growing so fast. We need to learn so much, with artificial intelligence and so much automation, or these things growing so fast today. Everything is going to get automized. So you are developing your skills. It can be any field. I'm not saying just technology. You might be in any field. You can be in medicine. You can be, let's say, real estate, or any field. You are trying to develop some new skills. You might do some crash course. And what I see is a lot of growth coming for you in front of you. Because if you invest in knowledge, if you invest in your skills, you will grow in life. And Taurus, being an earth sign, they think quite ahead in life. Like, they are very smart in understanding resources, money. They understand the stock market. They understand material money very well, because they control the material house, the second house in astrology also. So sometimes it's very good if you invest your time in the courses or the skills which are connected to the industries which are growing right now. I mean, if you have ever worked in stock market, you will understand what I'm saying is that a stock trader, what he does is that he observes all the industries, all the companies, all the shares and everything, and then he does some research, and he finds out that this, let's say, petrochemical industry is going to grow in the next 6 months. So he will invest in that stock, and then when there is a rise in the market, when the share value increases, he sells out, or he gets his profit immediately. So that is how life works. People who invest at the right place at the right time, they get the money, they get abundant amount of money. And that's what Taurus as a sign understands that, and that is exactly what you're doing. Let's say you realize that in the coming year, solar power is going to increase. The solar power technology is going to be in demand, because actually petroleum will reduce, and eventually this will take over. So as a businessman, you might start investing in that, or if you're a student, you might start studying that. Or let's say artificial intelligence is growing, so you might do a course on that. So you will make some smart move this month. This is a very nice thing. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Six of Swords, and this card indicates that this month is a chance of travel, especially foreign travel. You might go abroad. You might go to some another city. Like, let's say you are living in one state in one of the state of India, let's say, or maybe from whichever country you are. You can go from your state to another state, like some kilometers away from your place. It can be a permanent relocation, or it can also be just a travel, like you just wanted to see some place and you are just going there. It can be, let's say you decide to go to Goa, or you go to let's say some foreign land you wanted to see since a long time. So you'll have a hell of a time there, you'll have a lot of fun, and you'll explore a lot of different cultures. When you explore that thing, our mind opens up, so you might get that feeling this month. So what I see is that you are leaving behind something, maybe you got some loss, some sort of loss in your life. Something ended abruptly, and you were not in a very good shape. You're not very happy about that thing. And then, you might have faced that, like we decide to take a trip, and that trip heals us. Like, let's say you decided to just sit on your motorbike, and you go to Ladakh, just on your bike, all alone with yourself, with a solitude, and you found something about yourself. Recently I read a newspaper article. It was about a man who went for a long distance trip with his dog, and it was very endearing. The dog was sitting in the pillion, was having a helmet and had a jacket, and both of them were together going for that trip. These kind of things connects you deeper with your solitude, and it connects you deeper with yourself. So you are leaving something behind, and you are starting something fresh and new, and maybe that foreign travel will heal you in a lot of ways. But you have to understand that just taking a trip is not enough. It will give you a lot of positive energy, but you have to carry it forward. You have to continue. You have to remember what you understood in that trip. Otherwise, you might face some health issue. Or maybe you were facing a health issue, and now you are trying to change your lifestyle, your habit, so that you will not face any health problems in future. Relationship wise, maybe there were some imbalance, like maybe you were too much of a giver and the other person was too much of a taker, a narcissist person, and maybe the person destroyed you, and you are now in the mode of cutting off people or those relationships which are not worth keeping. So this month you will connect to your spiritual side also. You will connect with some of your hidden talent. You might find out something about yourself, maybe a hidden talent which you were not aware of, or maybe a hobby, and you will explore deeply within yourself. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Gemini for you. Gemini, your first card is Ace of Swords. So this month you might get an unexpected gift suddenly from someone, and you will be very excited. Of course, Geminis, they love gifts a lot. And this month I'll advise you to avoid going to too much of extreme. I mean, don't be too isolated. Don't be too loving, too kind, or too much of as we say that too much of sugar gives health problem, or too much of sweet, too much of sour, or too much of salty. The food doesn't taste well. But if we mix the right quantity of everything in a meal, and if we cook it in the right proportion, the taste of that food is very, very awesome. So that is what you have to understand, is balance. So you have to understand balance. Career wise, you will have a great discovery this month, as if you are churning an ocean, and you are bringing something beautiful out from within you, from deep within you. An extraordinary talent of yours will come out, and you will explore it, and it will help you a lot in the future. So since it's a Cups card, I see a lot of flow, movement, I see water in your life, like sort of flow of things. You will flow. What I mean by saying you will flow is that you will go with the current. You will go with the flow. Whatever is happening, let it happen. I will just go along with that. It's a very good attitude actually. Sometimes this attitude, this strategy works a lot beneficial for us. Sometimes being in the opposition works, but then we have to choose the right decision at the right time. And I will advise you that if you have any amount of stress for your work, try to reduce it and try to forget about the results, the outcomes. Just do your work, as I said, go with the flow. And this attitude will really help you this month. Otherwise, career-wise, you will benefit after some person will leave, and then you will get an opportunity. A person will quit, maybe resign from your office, or maybe somebody will vacate, or somebody will leave, and you will get an unexpected gain from that. So I see there are some health issues which might come up, and you have to take care of your health this month. And you will do a lot of introspection this month. You will think deeply about your relationships, your connections, your people, and how things are going, a generic mode in that way. Otherwise, work-wise, people will get attracted to your work. They will love it. Let's say you are an entrepreneur, or maybe a business person, or maybe even if you're doing a job, people will appreciate you for your work. There is a lot of financial growth this month. So you will focus a lot on work. And kind of there will be some issues in your home. Might be a fight or something, a quarrel or something. And to avoid that fight, you will focus more on the work. I mean, maybe you will work in the office for longer hours because you just don't want to go and see the same fight happening again. You want a break. So you'll do that. But I feel whenever there is a conflict, sometimes we cannot solve it, we cannot fix everything. We might try fixing it, solving it, changing it, explaining, counseling, everything fails actually sometime. And that time we normally take our retreat. We go, as I was talking about, that you will go back to work, but then that still does not solve the problem. So in that case, what we should do is that, or what Cancer you can do this month is that, try to understand the thing. Try to be just an observer. Like, how all this thing is happening, what is behind the surface, what is the reason why it happened, what are the underlying reason that the person is so pissed off and why the person is so angry. Try to understand the other person's point of view also. What is your point of view. Try to understand the other person's point of view. You don't have to do anything about it. Try to be just an observer this month. So this month you should try to be a learner, observer, and without taking any action. And otherwise, if you are into business, so I see big gain for you in partnership business. And if you are having conflicts with your partner, so try to understand the person. Just you have to silently observe. You don't have to do anything. Just try to find out why this conflict occurred. What is the real problem? Sometimes we talk so much but we don't tell the truth. Try to understand the truth. So moving on to the next card, and we have the Star card for you, and this card indicates that, Gemini, this month you will work for some humanitarian purposes, like something related to charity, donations, or working selflessly for others. You might decide suddenly to join an NGO or work for some social issue which always concerned you, something which always touched your heart, and you never got the time maybe. But this month the feeling will be very high inside you to do that. Otherwise, you might decide to give away something to someone without thinking of any benefit, working selflessly for someone and nourishing someone, helping someone, guiding and counseling someone, maybe someone close to you, maybe your friend, somebody from your family, your little brother or your little sister. And otherwise, Gemini, in the recent past, you might have gone through some sort of pain. Maybe someone betrayed you, or you have tested some sort of injustice from someone close to you, some sort of betrayal energy is there. And it's very intense because it has happened recently. However, you must surrender to the divine. That's what Star card is telling you. Do not think beyond what is in your control. Of course, you have to be careful that you do not help the very negative, toxic, criminal kind of people or cunning people. Keep away from those people. I know that, use your intelligence and try to help those who really need it, and don't get connected with that person after you help someone. So you have to trust yourself, you have to trust your heart, and you have to stop that fear inside you which stops you from helping others now, because you are thinking that, suppose I help someone, what if I get injustice, what will happen? Otherwise, you can, best is to help those with whom you have no connection, like as I said, giving donation and charity, in a very anonymous manner. You can do that. And otherwise, you have some sort of financial expansion this month. There will be some money growth also for you, so cheer up. So that was all about Gemini. We'll move on to the next sign, that is Cancer. So Cancer, your first card is Knight of Pentacles. It's a great card for financial gain. So there will be a lot of major gain this month, lot of increase in your income, and you might get some inheritance, property, family money. Somebody from your family might give you some money. There can be a sudden gain which you had not expected, and you might buy some luxury item, maybe gain of some luxury item, and you might buy a vehicle also. But you have to be very, very careful this month in your workplace, because what I see is there can be some sort of gossiping, some sort of loose talk in your workplace, maybe some sort of backbiting behind your back. Maybe somebody is praising you in your front but is talking nonsense behind your back. So you have to be very, very sure with whom you are making your friendship with. They say keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer. So if you know that person is my enemy, try to keep a watch on your enemy. So you might get a little bit stressed because of the office situation and you might lose your peace of mind. I'll advise you to take care of your health. That's very important. And try to have some sort of control over your speech. Don't get into unnecessary fights in your office, and try not to do too much of expenditure. You might think of spending money, a lot of money. Don't do that. Try to save your money. Also, health wise, you have to be careful about your health. There might be some health issue. Try to get it checked by a doctor. Do all the tests that is required, and have a good healthy lifestyle this month. Moving on to the next card, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. It's a great card for you. So this card indicates that this month, actually earlier you were always triggered by competition and pressure. Like you need competition and pressure to do something. But this month you have gone through a lot of introspection and you're thinking that if I am doing something out of pressure or competition, then it is actually not coming from within. It is coming from external sources. Like somebody is pressurizing me, then I'm doing something. Can I do something without any pressure? Can I do something out of love? So this month you will connect deep with yourself, and now you want to do something by passion, by love, with something which has an inner connection, something which is coming within you. And that is a very powerful thing. All the legends of the world, all the people who have got extraordinary success in this world are those who did something out of internal love, internal passion, or something which came within themselves out of love for doing that work, for which they had a higher purpose inside them. So exactly, you want to do something which is connected deeply with you. So you might start something new, creative project, or you might you might start your own company or something which you love, your YouTube channel, or can be anything, and you will also gain from it. It will be linked to one of your skill. You have a great skill and you will enhance that skill, and you will try to do that, and you will get a lot of benefit and gain from it. People will appreciate you as well. So otherwise, if you are in a job, you might get a promotion, and a lot of people will be attracted to your skill, and you should focus on making it better. You will be very much doing your work this month, and you might do it to get distracted from your home. So try not to abandon your needs, your own needs, which you should take care of, your personal needs. Try to take care of your personal and professional. You have to make a balance between both of them. And don't be worried if people call you selfish, because you have to be selfish in certain things, because everybody in this world will not take care of your mind. It's your mind, you have to take care of it. So guys, that was all about the month of July 2023 for Cancer. Moving on to the next zodiac sign, and we have Leo for you, and the first card for you is Two of Cups. This card is talking about the fact that in this month, that's the month of July, you will have to deal with legal contracts or with your business partner or some sort of documents. You might sign some documents, or it can be something about relationship. Yes, maybe some sort of soul contract you have. Maybe you will find someone who with whom you had a soul contract, that you're going to meet that person in this life, and there will be an exchange of energy between you and that person. Can be a friend, can be a partner, can be somebody whom you will decide to marry. There's a great potential for marriage this month, or maybe the seed will start this month. This month is also about devotion. Devotion will be an important aspect in your life, and you will have to think a lot before committing to anything. Like, for example, suppose you have decided to do a particular business, and then you think of having this person as your partner. So partnership is like a long-term thing. So you have to think a lot that whether I should bring this person on the table or in this business or not. Let's say you want to get married to someone. Marriage is like a long-term commitment. For that, you have to think a lot before doing that. Think a lot before signing any document, because this month you might have to do some sort of repeat movement. Like maybe you will sign a document or you will do some documental work, but then something will go wrong and you will have to do it again. There is this energy of doing something again this month. Maybe a decision backfiring, or maybe something going wrong and you have to repeat that activity. Relationship will be an important aspect this month, and you'll have to focus on it. You have to understand your inner guilt, your fear, your doubt, and everything regarding relationships. It can be maybe your parents, your relationship with your mother, your father, your friend, your boss, a colleague, all the people around you, the people outside of you, your daily acquaintances, the people whom you meet in daily basis, all those people, you will have to think about how can I maintain a good bonding, a healthy relationship with these people without affecting myself. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Hierophant reverse card. This card indicates that this month your focus will be on higher education, higher philosophies. You will want to go out for education. You might take a new course, or you might try to understand spirituality, philosophical matters. But I would like to warn you the fact that because it's a reverse card, so this month you might meet some fake gurus or fake mentors who will act like they want the best thing for you. They will give you some fake guidance, and they might try to influence your mind just to feel good about themselves. Because when people counsel another person, when someone is counseling another person, guiding without being asked for, or in an imposing manner, as if whatever I say is correct and whatever you think is wrong because I am higher than you. The whole process, the thought process behind is to feel more powerful than you, to dominate you. So you might get some fake gurus, fake mentors, fake seniors in your company or in your college, your school, or somewhere in your life who are higher or above you, might give you some sort of guidance which is telling you what to do. They just want to make you feel bad about what you don't have, and that comes from some sort of deep insecurity and feeling of jealousy, and they want to make you feel bad actually in form of guiding you. They are giving you some sort of criticism, and you are the best person to decide who is the right guru, who is the right mentor, and who is the wrong guru. I mean, you will feel it. You will feel the positive vibration when somebody wants you to be really good in life, like your mother. She will always want you to be the best version of yourself. She will always support you, and she will advise you in a manner that you feel good. You feel empowered. But if somebody is telling you what to do in a very negative, you will feel the vibration actually. You will feel the negativity in their talks. When they say, oh, you know what, you are suffering since such a long time. Look how poor you are. Look how incapable you are in your life. I think you should do this, that sort of advice. So please stay away from that. On the contrary, you should connect with yourself, with your inner guru, with your own heart. There is a teacher, there is a mentor inside our own heart. Connect with your inner, deeper self. Connect with the divine, and you will get much better guidance. My dear Leo, this month you will have to take some decisions, very strong decisions, and that is going to influence your career for a long time. You have to take a sort of long-term decision. So try to make good decisions this month so that it will benefit for a longer future. And we have the 5 of Wands, and this card indicates that this month there can be some sort of conflict with your co-workers, the people around you with whom you are working on daily basis. They can also be your employees who are below you, or you can have some conflict with your siblings, your brother or your sister, your cousin or someone, and you might even decide to leave them, cut them out from your life, or you might even decide to be isolated from them. Like, let's say you are working in a place in a company or somewhere, and you are having tiffs with your co-workers. So you'll decide that I will work with my system, on my system. I'll not talk to anyone. I'll just go type the keyboard, do my stuff, and I'll come back home. That's it. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not concerned. Who cares? I'm getting my salary. And you'll have this no nonsense attitude. So yeah, this might happen this month. Moving on to the next sign, that is the perfectionist of the zodiac signs. That is the sign of Virgo. Virgo, your first card is the Strength card. Well, this card indicates that you have shown a lot of strength, lot of faith and perseverance since a long time, which has helped you. Actually, a lot of tragedies have been happening with you since a long time. You have been down, you have been hit very badly with many difficult things. You have even felt very stuck in your life, like nothing's happening, or you might have had many negative thoughts in your head, and you have a habit of overthinking. So you have held it on your own, and I know that Virgo have that capacity to endure a lot. They have a lot of endurance, they have a lot of inner strength and stamina to to be strong even in the most difficult times. So first of all, I will salute your courage, and I'd like to tell you that, well, a lot of things are transforming within you. A lot of changes are happening and will happen even more. So this month you will find a new path or a new way how to go ahead in life. You might have been stuck in a situation, and now you're getting a clarity of things. Actually, you are trying to get clarity. You are feeling very intense emotions. There are this vibration, this energy of intensity in emotions. And Virgo are very logical people, and their mind is very sharp. That they're one of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac signs, and they use pure logic, rationality to find clarity in a messy situation. However, the situation right now is so messy that finding clarity is also difficult, but being a Virgo, you will be able to do it. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Death card. Don't worry when the Death card is coming. It's not something horrible. On the contrary, Death card is one of the most spiritual card, because it talks about death of a situation, ending of a situation which was not good for you. So something will end in your life. You will actually allow the situation to end. A huge burden will be lifted off from your shoulders, and you will feel very light. So it's kind of a spiritual cleansing experience for you. You will get more clarity about what to do next, as I was talking about it. But yes, you have to deal with a situation where somebody in your family is having bad health, and you will have to take care of that person, and there might be some health expenditure this month, and you will be working for a loved one, and you might get tired doing that, but it will be over very soon, and you will come out of it, and you will surrender to the divine, to the higher power, about as I was saying, that you have been through a very bad situation since a long time, and when we don't find any way, we surrender to the divine. And I will give the example of Draupadi in Mahabharata, where nobody helped her, nothing happened, and she was in the worst situation a woman can ever face in her life. She surrendered herself to the divine, and Lord Krishna helped her. That is kind of an allegorical message to everyone, that it's not just for women, but it's for men also, that whenever you are in such a situation where you just cannot think of anything, you have tried everything and it's not happening, in that case, surrender to the divine, to the higher power. So Virgo, you will feel like that. You will say that whatever I wanted to achieve, I've already done the best I can do for it. But now I don't want to be controlled by my desire anymore. I don't want my desires to manipulate my mind. So I am just releasing it. You will have a sense of relief or release, and you will have a new way of looking towards life. Otherwise, there is an unexpected huge financial gain for you also. I mean, suddenly you will get some money. You had not expected it from nowhere. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. This card indicates that you are working with a lot of perseverance for your goal in a very, very dedicated manner, and you are very single-minded in your path, and you have faced a lot of tragedies and rejections and defeats recently, but you will maintain your strength, your courage, and you are becoming wiser and wiser. You are not becoming bitter because due to your experiences, but on the contrary, you're becoming wiser and more powerful, a person, a man or a woman with more and more wisdom. But this month, my dear Virgo, you will be working on all aspects of your life. Like you will have to work on your vitality, your health, your fitness, all kind of fitness, whether it can be physical, your mental, your psychological fitness, your finances, your family life, your relationship, all those aspects of life, a 360-degree approach to everything which is there in your life. You will try to make all of them strong, and maybe you didn't give importance to some aspects and they were weak, but this month you will have to, and this month and in the coming months also, you will be continuously working on them. And it might be difficult, when you are taking care of an area where you have never ever tried anything, But when we come out of our comfort zone and work on these things, our weaknesses, just imagine how powerful you will become eventually. So things may not make sense to you why I'm doing this, but eventually, as time passes, you will know that whatever you have done is for something solid for the future. Especially health will be an important matter for this month. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Two of Swords, and this card indicates that there's some sort of conflict inside you. Like it's a situation of head versus heart, mind or logic versus emotions kind of situation, and you are unable to decide whether I should do this or do that. Try to remain calm, and if you're not acknowledging certain thing, try to acknowledge that. Use your logic, try to go with the flow and the reality. Whatever is the real thing, the truthful thing, try to go with that. Be strong and accept it, and you will get your answer very soon. Because Virgo, you are an earth sign and you're very practical, but sometimes emotions take over you. So you try to think logically. What is real? What is the truth? You might have to face some challenging aspect in relationship or partnership or your married life or something like that. So you have to take a very wise decision in that. So it's like, Virgo, you are refusing a part of you that is strong. So try not to force anything, Try to connect with the strength inside you. So you will have some issues related to business partnership as well. And you will have to deal with that. So your health will be very important aspect this month. Your health and your well-being. Try to not be very stressful. Try to remain calm. And you might feel that there is something missing in your life. Like something is not there. So you will have to explore that. What is that thing which is missing in my life? And you are kind of preparing to get long-lasting growth and permanency. And see, you might have had some dream or some goal in your life, some ambition in your life. And that might be really, really a very, very difficult thing. If it is, the more difficult it is, the more energy you have to put in to achieve that, right? So to get what you want, you need great power, and to get that great power, you need to have to do lot of work. You have to take up duties and responsibilities to get that power. So this month, you will have to take care of your duties and responsibilities. Once you start doing that, power will come to you on its own. So overall, your duties and responsibilities will increase. So naturally, when duties and responsibilities increase, there will be a lot of stress in your head. And if there is more stress, your health problems will start. So that's why you have to take care of your health very much. And you have to relax, and you have to sort of enjoy the duties and responsibilities also. There is a fun also. Think of it like a game, or like the process. You should enjoy the process, because that is how you're living your life. So if you don't enjoy it, your life will be like, oh my God, so much a burden on me, not a game. You have to come out from that way of thinking. Otherwise, there will be a lot of pressure on your head, and you might get some headache, migraine problem. You might have too many thoughts in your head, so take care of your head, your brain, your mind. Go to the nature and have some fresh air, and take a break from your work at times. Just do something relaxing, and that will make you feel better. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Libra, and your first card is Seven of Pentacles. Well, this card indicates that, well, in this month, that's the month of July, you have to learn to be a little bit more flexible, as in you will want to confirm to others. I mean, you'll be really working hard on something. You're really trying hard. Especially education will be a very, very important matter for this month. You might have some education related issues also, like you will be really working hard on your school or college degrees, and you might have to face some difficulties, while studying, and you'll have to really work on that. There might be some delays, there might be some frustration related to education, but you will kind of think about confirming, like doing what others are doing. Even if you're working really hard, you might feel that you are not being supported by others. You might feel that you're making a lot of efforts, but it's not really happening. So for that reason, you have to be very much flexible. You should have a flexible mind for problem solving. You should think in all directions, that what exactly should I do? You should try to connect deep within yourself so that you can find a deeper solution to your problem. You might have to take a brand new path, because whatever you planned, whatever your journey was, you thought that my journey is going to be like this. It has not happened like that. Things didn't happen as you had planned. So you have to take a new path. So you will think about how the world reacts to your success. That is not enough. Maybe I'm not getting supported by others. And you may even feel that people are not loyal enough. The people around you are not supporting you. Even if you love them, you adore them, you take care of them, but they are not loyal. Whenever you need them, they are not there for you. So there's some sort of frustration inside your heart. Otherwise, if you are from the creative field, so you might try to learn something related to the field. You will learn some solid skills like video editing, or maybe photography, or something which where you have to go behind the camera. Or you can take up like sports, some sort of sports as a hobby, and you might have some good time there. And this month you will think a lot about, you'll have some introspection about your education, about the things which you like doing, your hobbies, or maybe you might think about your children. If you have kids, you might think about them. Some deep thought process might happen, like how can you, if you are a mother, you will think about how can I take care of my child in a better manner. These questions you will introspect a lot this month. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Hermit card, and this card indicates that this month you will think of reassessing whatever you have done. Like, let's say you have created something, let's say you have created a building, then you will think, what if, is there some sort of problem or flaw in that building? So you will think of restructuring the building. Like, you will think of how can I make the building better and stronger. So building was an example. So it can be a business project, it can be anything which you have created, or any major sector of your life. You will try to find out the flaws in that so that you can rectify it in a better manner. So the Hermit card asks you to really kind of understand what your soul wants. What is your soul's deepest desire? So it's asking you that you should not run after the smaller and quicker pleasures of life, which are very quick and fast to come, and they go away also that quickly. You should rather build a solid foundation for something which will go for a long term, or something which will give you long-term happiness. It is asking you to go for the difficult thing, but things which are difficult right now, but eventually they will give you a much bigger reward than the short-term happiness. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Nine of Pentacles, and this card indicates that this month you will have to tackle your own emotions. You should try to learn about being in the flow of life. Do not try to resist anything, whatever is happening, let it happen. Stay strong and allow things to unfold themselves. Do not resist. Maybe you're trying too hard. Sometimes we should learn to let go and let things happen on its own. So you have to go with the flow this month. But this month you will really think about how people see you, how the outside world sees you. You will have to take care of your partnership, of other people, the outsiders in your life. You'll have to make strategies of how to tackle the outside world, the people around you, and for that reason you have to deal with yourself first. Like, it is like you are balancing, because Librans, they balance a lot. You are balancing everything, every aspect of your life in a perfect manner, but you are not balancing your inner self. So you are not going deep within yourself. So this is a topic which you have to deal with this month. You have to find your own worth, your self-esteem, your self-worth. You will have to find it. And you are kind of respecting every person outside of you, but you are not respecting yourself. So you will have to start loving and caring for yourself. Stop being so angry. Stop reacting in an angry manner or in a jealous manner. Try to remain calm in difficult situations. Take your stand, but take a very firm stand when something wrong is happening with you. Let's say in your office, in relationship with your spouse, with your children. If anybody is doing something wrong to you, take your stand up for yourself and speak up whatever is in your heart. Moving on to the next card, and we have the World card for you, and this card indicates that there's some travel plans this month. You might go somewhere, you will travel somewhere, and you will come back to your place, and it will be very productive. You will enjoy the period, and you will get some new creative ideas also. Maybe some revival of some business plan. Maybe you had a project, you thought about it, you didn't do it, you just kept it in the shelf, but now you will start thinking of doing it again. 3rd of July will be a special day for you, because you might have some fun on that day. Maybe you will celebrate, some sort of celebration might happen that day. 17th of July, you might get some new idea for a new project, maybe something related to your house, some house project you had, or maybe something else, but mark the day, 17th July. The next card is 3 of Cups, and this card indicates that this month there might be some delays in your life. Something, as I said in the beginning, that you thought of something, it will not happen. So in that case, instead of worrying and getting frustrated on that, what you should do is just use the gift of time. Use that extra time you got to polish your skills, or make that thing even better. You will get some extra thinking time. So use it in a very nice way, so that when the opportunity comes back again, you do it in the best possible manner. Otherwise, it's a time where you might have to, you'll kind of connect with people in the social media platform. You will maybe promote yourself somewhere, something like that. And there might be some issue with your friends or your siblings, and be very careful with whom you are socializing. Be very, very alert in that matter, because some of the friends may not be right for you. They might damage you. So be very careful with whom you are talking, and you can expand yourself a lot. You can market yourself. You can promote yourself a lot this month. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Scorpio. Let's know what's the tarot card reading for the month of July 2023. Your first card is the Star card. It's a nice card for you, which means that this month you will be protected by the divine. You will be very much guided about what you should do and what you should not do. I mean, in the first week of July especially, people who are students, who are studying for specific examinations or competitive examinations, or for specific reason, maybe for engineering or medical or something, they will be divinely protected, and they will know what is the right thing to do, what is not the right thing to do. Otherwise, those who are working or are in some workplace, if they had some fear that there might be some sort of cost cutting or some sort of downsizing in the company, they will be protected. Nothing sort of that will happen. Nobody will fire you, and you will be at peace in your job. So there is some force which is protecting you, and it will not allow you to go in the wrong path. It will make you move in the right path. So do not worry, do not be stressed out. Stay calm and do your duty. Otherwise, you have to take care of your health. There might be some health issue. Please try to have a health routine, like going for a walk, or going to the gym, swimming, or some sort of exercise you can do at your home, or yoga, breathing, pranayam, or anything. sort of that. Try to have a daily routine or health practice. Go for regular health checkups and have a very good healthy eating lifestyle. These are the basics which we have to do, of course. And try not to have negative thoughts, because sometimes having negative thoughts also affects our health in a very negative manner. Moving on to the next card, and we have Two of Pentacles. This card indicates that this month you will try to attain more security in life. You will make constant efforts to be settled, to have everything, very secure in your life. Let's say it's about money, your home, your financial needs, savings in the bank, and even emotional connection. You will want stable relationships around you, and you will make constant efforts for it. Some of you might think of buying a house or a property or something secure, and you will try to invest in that thing so that you have a secure house for yourself and your family. So that will be an important priority. Your home, your house, real estate will be an important priority for you this month. But I'll advise you that don't be in a hurry. Try to take small steps, one at a time, and move ahead slowly. Because we know that in real estate there is a lot of cheating happening today. So don't be in a rush. Check the documents and everything, then only decide what you should do, whether you should buy it or not, whether you should shift to a new house or not. You should be very careful in those matters. And otherwise, some chapter of your life will open up. New chapter where you have to do a lot of hard work. Maybe a chapter which you had neglected, and you will have to work on that, but it will eventually help you in your growth. And there is this line which is always said, slow and steady wins the race. It's a very apt line for you for this month. You have to be slow and steady. You work hard, you're trying to get security, but if you go in a slow pace, then it will remain for a long period of time. Don't be like in a very hurry, in a rush, that you do everything and you get burnt out in few days. This month you might have to kind of get some sort of loan for some specific work. You might get a loan, or you might pay off a loan also, something related to loan. You might complete your loan, or you might go to the bank and start giving the EMIs for a particular thing, mortgage for some stuff, something you always wanted. Maybe it can be house loan, education loan, anything. And otherwise, you will be very much like a savage in terms of doing your work. In terms of getting success, you will be ruthless, and you will not leave any stones unturned to be successful in your life, which is a good thing for you. You will use all your skills to get what you want. You might get some destructive criticism this month. Somebody might criticize you, but you should not be bothered about it. And you can also get a lot of self-doubt this month. Like, you might ask yourself questions like, why I'm suffering so much in life? Why? Because Scorpions have been suffering since a long time. I know that Scorpions are very, very, very hardworking and very passionate about what they do, and they put their life, their soul, their heart, their blood and tears into whatever they're doing. But sometimes, despite doing everything, you don't get what you want. So you might ask yourself, why so much of inequality in my life? I have the same talent, I have the same capacity. If they give me that opportunity, I can do the much better work than that person, but then I'm not getting that opportunity. So all these questions are inside your heart, and but what I'll advise you is that everything happens for a reason. Maybe you are being guided to something which will be best for you. Maybe the divine knows more than you that if you get that opportunity, maybe eventually it will not work out for you. So that's why you are being kept away from it. So have faith. Everything will turn out the best for you. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Temperance card. This card indicates that you will be strongly connected to the divine, to the higher power. It is like merging with the divine, especially when there is so much of pain in your life. You really, really become very spiritual, deeply spiritual, truly spiritual, because pain takes you away from this mortal world to the divine world. And that's what's happening. You're going away and away from this world of pain, suffering and cruelty. Otherwise, something unexpected might happen, unexpected event might happen, and it will strengthen your faith in the higher power, something you're not expected. Maybe you'll get some sudden gain, sudden money, or maybe you'll be protected. You'll realize that suddenly you've been protected from something really, really negative which would have happened to you. And otherwise, as I said, please take care of your health, especially your head, your feet, and your sleep. You might face some sleep related issues. You may be unable to sleep. So try to sleep early, wake up early, switch off your mobile phones and everything before 1 hour before you sleep. And take care of your feet also. Try to keep it covered. Your hand, if you're working with the hands a lot. So, try to give your hands and feet the protection they require. And otherwise, I'll advise you, do not rush for fixing any relationship. Don't be a mediator between two people. Don't if there is some issue with another person, nothing's happening, there's a constant fight, lot of verbal arguments. In that case, don't explain yourself. Stay silent. Silence is the best answer, because when you explain yourself, people never understand. So don't do that. Stay silent. You might think of pulling out, running away, resigning from something. You'll have that deep feeling of giving up something, because as I said, that Scorpions, you've been suffering since a long time. But I'll advise you, don't resign, don't give up, don't leave that thing, whatever you are going through, because suffering is linked with prarabdha karma, your past life karma, which is said. That is giving you the suffering. So do not run away from that. On the contrary, try to accept it and do your duties, your obligations, and try to make your strategy how to survive in that situation. And eventually you will come out of it, because if you will not suffer with your prarabdha karma, with your past life karma, then you will not get liberation or moksha. You will not go towards the highest self. Only through pain and suffering the soul emerges stronger, And I'm not saying that you have to suffer. I'm saying try to find a way out without running away. Try to deal with the problem. Make yourself so strong that those who are affecting you, or if any negative thing is affecting you, that negative thing becomes weaker and you become stronger. Try to take refuge in the spiritual world. Try to immerse yourself in the spiritual world. That is what is going to help you, my dear Scorpions. So that is all for Scorpions. We'll move on to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. So your first card is Ace of Pentacles, and this card indicates that there will be some new connection and you will be earning more money this month. That's great. Don't be attached to the money too much. Try to donate a little bit. You will get a lot of money. Try to donate some percentage of it and use the money for a higher purpose. And this will create new opportunities, and there will be a lot of creativity this month. You will work on something, creative project, and you will get a lot of ideas. You have an important role this month to work for the society, and you will also get a new source of income. Money is in the cards, and you might think of ending something this month, but try not to take any hasty decisions. Be very, very thoughtful before you leave something. You might miss some opportunities, so try to grab it, accept it, and continue it. And if you miss any opportunity, do not just hold on to it. Do not just keep on cribbing about it. Just move on, because once an opportunity is gone, what can you do about it after all? So this month, you will have a very strong focus on what you want to do, and you will hold on, stick on to your plans. Try to continue doing whatever you are doing. You might revisit some of your old plans, and you might restart something which you had started earlier. So you can get a new technique in whatever you're creating. Maybe some new idea will strike your head and you will do it in a new way. And otherwise, you should focus on improving your willpower and
having faith in whatever you're doing. And education and creativity will be an important aspect for this month. You will focus on your skills and your passion, and you will try to grow from it. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Capricorn for you, and the first card for you is the Tower card, and this card indicates that there will be some big change in this month, and you will want to change your career. You want to switch jobs, maybe go to another city or do something new, take a new role. So this thing is coming in cards. You will get an opportunity this month also, but make sure that change is really positive for you, and it's not a desperate attempt to do it just the heck of it, just to show to others, they look, I have got I have got a job with higher package. So try to avoid too much of desire and ambitions which might burn you out, and try to make a balanced decision after talking to people who really care for you. And this month you might get some fame, and at the same time you will have to forgive people, especially those who have hurt you, because when you forgive, you get released from the pain. You are not forgiving someone for them, you are forgiving another person for yourself, because you will be in peace. This month protection is a very important thing for you. You have to take care of what you already have. I know that you want to do something new, but if you don't take care of what you have, then when you go to a new place, you will repeat the same thing, and you will be in the same trap again. So just be very, very grateful for what you have and take care of it. Take care of the present, and future will take care of itself. Moving on to the next card, and we have Three of Pentacles, which means that this month you will have to work on money, finances. Money management will be an important thing for you, and you have to value yourself, and you have to think that, are you giving too much to others? You have to set boundaries. You have to learn how to set boundaries. Maybe sometimes you're giving too much to others out of love, but you have to say no. You have to learn to say no, and you have to understand it this month. You have to respect yourself, and otherwise family will be your main focus. You will support someone who really needs you. Maybe you'll support an elderly person in your house who needs you a lot. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Aquarius for you, and your first card is Two of Swords. This card indicates that there is a sign of duality this month. You will feel quite dual in your mind. At one side you will be overly spiritual, and on the other side you will be very much experimental, as in you might try to do something like addiction, or maybe some trying to get that hyper pleasure in life, that kind of stuff. Sort of, and you will say that I am doing it for spirituality, and you'll fool yourself. You try to fool yourself, saying that I will go for addiction and taking some substance or something, and I want to use it for spirituality. So you'll be very messed up in your head, or you will do something which you will tell yourself that I'm doing it for spiritual purposes, but actually it is not spiritual. You have not understood spirituality, and you will be in that doubt or confusion mode. So there is this sense of duality this month, doing two opposite things, and not being very clear about in your head that what is the right thing to do. And otherwise you might have to face some sort of distance from your father. Like you may go away from your father may go away for some trip or traveling, or there might be some fight between you and your father, and you will not be talking with each other, and there will be this awkward silence, and you will not understand why it's happening, or you will not be able to make peace with him. But I'll advise you, just go and have a peace talk with him. Moving on to the next card, and we have the World card for you. This card indicates that you might try to earn money, by using some sort of that thing which requires luck factor, like gambling or share market or something like that, where there is some sort of uncertainty. You might invest somewhere like that, so you be very careful. It may work in your favor, it may not work in your favor. And otherwise you will go for some sort of pilgrimage, maybe some temple, some spiritual side, and you will try to expand yourself to the best and try to do your best and leave the rest on the divine. This month you will try to leave your past trauma and try to move towards a positive direction of yourself. This month you might hear something bad about yourself. Maybe somebody will gossip about you, maybe somebody will say something negative about you and try to defame you. So try to let go of others' opinion. Don't be a people pleaser. Do not worry what others are saying. It's very important lesson that you look at yourself and be very, very focused at what you do. Moving on to the next sign, and we have Pisces for you. The first card is Death card, and it shows intense transformation this month. Lot of correction happening, lot of changes happening in your life, and there might be something related to inheritance which will happen to you. This month you will be a little bit worried about the wealth and career of your partner, and the health issues of your in-laws might come up, and there might be some chronic disease. So for that, I'll advise you go for yoga, go for healing, and try to let go of something. This month you will let go of something. This energy, the Ketu type energy is very much there. Moving on to the next card, and we have the Empress card. This card indicates that after the death energy, you have this energy of having to take care of your inner self. You will have to work on yourself. You will also get a lot of dreams this month, which will tell you that you have to recharge yourself once again. You have to take deep care of yourself. You have to give some time to yourself. This is the energy for this month. And otherwise, there might be some expenditure and unexpected expenditure, and you will have to focus on money management, and you have to choose money financially in a more wiser manner. You have to save money, cut expenditure. You have to dream big, make big plans, and you will also earn money by speech, by music, maybe by singing, or through music, by talking or advising, counseling. This thing is there. And there will be, as I said, there will be an end of something. A big chapter of your life will end, and all the useless things of your life, something useless was there, you will get rid of it. There will be a death as well as there will be a renewal this month. So that was all about the tarot card reading for the month of July 2023. I will meet you once again next month. Till then, have a nice day.